How do Mime Artists? Look what we have. 10 more UX stages. Are you excited? Are you thrilled? Starting off here, Munchlax. This one doesn't really need a +5 moves. I wouldn't say, as you can see here, there will be some occasional Munchlax on the stage. Nothing that's too perturbing. After that, just as always with the fighting teams, making as many matches of 4 with the Buzzwole. If you can't do that, matches with the Meloetta. Beware is a very good Pokemon, but if you want to swap it out here because there aren't countdown timers, feel free to do that. Swap it in for someone like a Machamp, something along those lines that's good, that's fighting type. That way the Lucario's ability can come in slightly handy. But 13 moves left, plenty of space, no need to worry about getting the S rank. After that is Chespin, and this one is quite difficult. Definitely in the set of 10 we can see the difficulty spike coming, especially towards the end. Some of these are fairly tough. Some of them you can still do without any items, but quite a few of them are now needing at least a +5 moves to start off with. So with Chespin here, there's a full flying team, and in that, Mega Salamence, definitely the best Mega for this stage. Noivern as well, a very good Mega with the shot out ability, as you can see comes in handy here because of some of the Chespins on the stage. So a good couple of matches with the Noivern or with the Lugia as well, just in case they get a bit overwhelming. And Lugia is also a super effective, very good Pokemon to have in a situation like this. Braviary, it's just good because it's got the flying combo increase. I think it's Sky Blast it's called, so it's just very good on this stage for that as well. And you no doubt know the drill. For stages like this by now, you just make as many matches that can do enough damage, and also you want to perhaps be getting some of the Salamence matches in there as well, just to be able to continue with the nice tasty combo. The best way to do it is to get a Braviary match into the Salamence, that way you can be doing more damage for each type in the combo, as well as using the Mega ability that gets rid of one of the flying types, up to 10 Pokemon on the stage. And there we go. Simple +5 moves, and that should be fine. I did try it quite a few times itemlessly, and I think I was 2 or 3 away every time. Perhaps if your Pokemon is slightly higher leveled you could do it without, but if not, a +5 moves isn't the worst. Then after this here we have Onix, going in with Registeel, Ash Greninja, Buzzwole, as you might expect, very good Pokemon, and Aggron as the Mega. There will be quite a lot of unbreakable blocks on this stage, and it will disrupt you with unbreakable blocks as well, so it's good to have Registeel as quickly as possible, making as many matches, and then if you can get Aggron working within maybe the first 5 or 6, you're in good standing certainly. This stage could be possibly done itemlessly, I would say, if, and it's quite a big if you can get some very good RNG with your Registeels in the first couple of turns, and then throughout the rest of the game. And then once most of the blocks are gone, just making matches with the Buzzwole, with the Ash Greninja, just trying to do a little bit extra damage. And that's pretty much this stage in a nutshell. +5 moves I think is a pretty good safety net, and I don't think you'd need anything really more than that, as long as your team is fairly highly leveled. But if you're taking on some of these UX stages, you'll no doubt have some good leveled Pokemon. And there we go, 13 moves left. So actually I don't think the +5 moves was even necessary for my run. Give it a few shots itemlessly, see how it goes, and if you're not there, if you're just a couple moves away, chuck a +5 moves in, it's only 1,000 coins. And a +5 moves yet again for the Froakie. As you can see, we've got Mega Rayquaza. Short Out ability is absolutely OP in the first couple of turns just to get rid of those Froakies. There will be another couple just spread around the stage occasionally. So as you can see, I brought along the Tapu Koko. It has the Eject plus ability, can get rid of 5 Froakies on the stage. There's never going to be that many if you're able to get some of the Short Out abilities off. And luckily I was able to get a Shaymin match. The disruptions really aren't that bad. It's 1 Froakie on the stage, certainly for the first disruption anyway. After that you don't really need to worry, you shouldn't be seeing too many disruptions if you're able to get a good Shaymin match off. Make matches as many as possible with the Rayquaza, and good matches of 4 with the Decidueye with the Super Arrow ability, which is very good, can do a lot more damage when you make matches of 4, but only if you do make those matches of 4. Very close to beating it there. I think I was just 6 HP away from getting it, but still able to hit it itemlessly with the +5 moves. Because there are only 10 moves, you've only got 5 to be able to beat it, so I think this is a stage where the +5 moves might be necessary. After that is Smeargle, and this is a stage that I think the +5 moves is not necessary. If you are able to get, I think, at least 1 match at 4 with a Buzzwole, you'll have this stage done. You might need to do it once or twice just to be able to get the really good match with the Buzzwole, but once you've got it, it should just be 1 match and that's the stage over. Do it a couple times, don't take +5 moves, I don't think it's necessary. After that is Fennekin going in Shiny Gyarados, Ash Greninja, Tapu Fini and Volcanion. As you can see there, another +5 move stage. It seems like quite a few of the baseline for stages in quite a few of these UXs past about 130 is that you may just need a +5 moves. I brought along Tapu Fini because, as you can see, there are going to be some disrupted ice blocks onto the stage, which can be a little bit not the best, but you should be able to get rid of them no bother. Tapu Fini has Barrier Bash++, so it can get rid of 5 barriers on the stage, and I think it only disrupts you with about 3, so making a match every couple of turns, every turn where you think it's needed, making a good match of 4 with it, and that should be fine. Beyond that, just making as many matches as possible with the Ash Greninja, doing as much damage as you can, and if you've not got a good match with that, the Volcanion with Risk Taker isn't a bad bet as well. And that's Fennekin. Next up is Larvesta, possibly the second hardest stage we'll go up against today. +5 moves, Disruption Delay and Mega Start, going with Mega Shiny Mewtwo, just because I wanted to have only 3 Pokemon on the stage to do a lot more damage to get better combos. The disruptions are bad, there'll be unbreakable blocks, there'll be breakable blocks, there'll be ice blocks, there's everything thrown onto this stage. It's quite a bulky Pokemon as well, it's got a fair amount of HP. I tried this with many different teams, full flying teams, with Tyranitar, the Mega, itemless, just the +5 moves, anything you could think of, I did try it, and this I thought was the best way of doing it. Although you do need a few items, certainly the best way of getting it done. Although by the end of it, once you've got the Disruption Delay and swap to this Mega, perhaps the +5 moves isn't entirely necessary, but it's just a good safety net in case. It's only an extra 1,000 coins. Silvally, very much a good Pokemon to have on this stage, trying to make matches with that as often as possible, just because it will really help the combo. There we go. It's a fairly bulky Pokemon, and with most of the super effective ones, you're not really able to get a fantastic combo. But this one here is the hardest that we will deal with in this set of 10. Going in +5 moves and an attack power up. You want to bring along the Feebas. The Feebas is on the stage, the Feebas will be everywhere, it's going to be in the Skyfall. It's just, you can't get rid of it, it's like glitter. So with this, it's just very similar to that last one, using the Mega Shiny Mewtwo as much as possible just to get rid of itself, and then it practically becomes a free Pokemon stage. Make good matches with the Silvally, matches of 4 or 5 with the Silvally where possible. That way you can do more damage in the combo, and then I think once the Feebas is attack power up and has the Silvally in a combo, at a match of 3 I think it makes about 100 per match of 3, which is not good. That's why the attack power up is necessary. If you've not got the attack power up and you've not got the Silvally, it does about 20 worth of damage, which is abysmal, and there's quite a lot of HP on this stage. A very, very tricky one to beat. With the attack power up, you might not need the +5 moves. I took it still, just because it's good to have along. And then penultimately here we have Poochyena. This fairly standard stage, I swapped out the Beware for a Genesect. Feel free to swap them back, there is a counter, so the Beware could be fairly helpful here, and this stage is just like most of them, where you want good matches of 4 with the Buzzwole, and that way you can take it out as quickly as possible. It doesn't have that much health. If you're struggling on this stage, perhaps a +5 moves, but give it 2 or 3 shots first, just to make sure. And then lastly here is Trubbish. Another one we don't need a +5 moves on, which is nice. Here it may take another couple of tries just to get, but you want to make matches with the non-shiny Mewtwo. That way it'll take down almost all its health, and then you can really make a match with practically anything and you'll be able to get the stage done. There we go. Not too shabby of a stage to finish off. Give it a couple of shots, see how you feel. But thank you very much for watching, and how do, Mime Artists?
Eggs! Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!